Hi guys, Liam here for Fight Store Media. Beside me I have Islam Bisayev. Islam fights on the 26th of March at Cage Kings. Islam, thanks for coming down. How are you?
No worries, pretty good, great.
So Cage Kings 26, is this the biggest show you've ever been on?
Not really. I had a few big fights over in UK,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately a lot of people haven't seen me fight in Ireland. So I had good few opponents in UK that had big shows on, so...
As you said, for those who haven't seen you in Ireland, what can they expect on the 26th?
Well, for those who haven't seen me in Ireland, I had two fights of the last three in UK were stoppages. So I'm hoping to get the business done as soon as possible and get out of the ring, you know?
Yeah, early stoppage.
Or the cage, yeah.
I think you're fighting Mcgill.
Yeah, Lee Mcgill.
Have you seen much footage of him?
No, I tend to not to worry about the opponent. My coach, Paul Kelly, worries about it, tells me what to do exactly, and I just do what I'm told and just get in the
Focus
cage.
on yourself.
Yeah. As long as I'm ready, I'm 100%, I get my fitness right, that's the end of it. It doesn't make any difference who's on the other side.
How's your fitness right now? How's training going?
Right now, I've been training actually for quite a while, even before the opponent has been matched.
Okay.
I was over in Austria with my brother for a few weeks, doing a bit of sparring, and then came back to Ireland now, and been really intense.
You're ready then?
100% now anyway.
We're asking a lot of Muay Thai fighters recently whether they prefer to fight in the cage or the ring. We've got a lot of mixed answers. How about you?
Myself, I don't really mind either way because I already had 3 fights in a cage.
Okay.
I've done a few MMA fights before that, so first time, of course, if you get into a cage first time, it's kind of different, but after a while you it's a different feeling, but you get used to it after a while.
It's not going to bother you then.
It's easy enough, like. So.
You fight out of Bridgestone, Muay Thai gym.
Yeah.
What makes that a great place to train?
Bridgestone is officially the first Muay Thai club in Dublin.
Okay.
So if you go into Bridgestone ever, you'll see all the pictures of most of the coaches that teach in Dublin, and it's known as the home of champions, so Bridgestone is the place to be anyway, for me.
What's your favourite thing about being a fighter?
My favourite thing being a fighter is it gives you structure to life, kind of balances out between, your normal life, and at the end of the day you go do sparring, kind of release all that kind of stress out of you, so you can be a calmer person in life.
How did you get started as a fighter?
As a fighter, I got into it because of my brother.
Okay.
Who was Bisayev, most people know him as Aslan, so I got into Thai boxing because of him mainly.
Was that recently or been doing it a long time?
No, I've been training since I was 10 really.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Do you remember like the first time you went to a gym?
I do remember the first time I was forced into a gym.
Forced?
Yeah. I remember the first time I was forced into a gym, yeah, so.
Did you ever, when was the moment you thought, this is for me, I really enjoy this?
I think once I seen the benefits of it, kind of when, like I said, it gives the kind of the balance into life, and kind of when you're able to achieve better than anyone else, even though you're an athlete, you're fighting all the time, and you're able to achieve other achievements outside the fighting, so it gives you the balance. I think that's why I realised fighting is for me.
What advice would you give to a young person getting into Muay Thai or any combat sport really?
For young teenagers or a young person, I would say make sure you find the right coach. Once you have the right coach, then you'll have the guidance there. Of course, if you don't have the right coach, then you're not going to get far. So once you have the right coach, and just be dedicated, work hard, and you'll see the results soon.
You mentioned your brother Aslan earlier. How much of an inspiration is he? Obviously he's former Irish champion, he's set up his own gym. You'd like to follow in his footsteps?
Yeah, since I was like 10, he has been kind of my role model.
Okay.
So like you said, he was the Irish Muay Thai champion, ISCA K1 champion, ISCA Thai champion, so he has a lot of achievements, and outside the ring as well, as everyone knows him well, so I think he's been my role model mainly.
He's got good knowledge to pass on, he's been there and done it.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about Ireland?
My favourite thing about Ireland would be the people, really.
People?
When I travel, for like example, if I go to Austria, if I go to France or Spain, Turkey, whatever, I like to travel a lot, so I realised the difference straight away. After a week I spent in Austria, straight away I was like, damn, I want to go back to
Ireland already.
Even though our weather is really bad,
Yeah.
compared to most of Europe.
Yeah, it's not great here.
It's raining. But the people are just amazing. The kind of friendly atmosphere is always there, even just random people on the street. So the best thing about Ireland is the people. And you only realise that when you go to a different country.
Okay. On the 26th, it's going to be quite a loud atmosphere. When you're in there fighting, do you try and block that out or do you embrace it so to get the best out of you?
For me, I don't get involved in kind of crowd screaming, whatever.
Stay focused
I
on the
focus on my fight.
Mm-hmm.
And once the fight is done, then I can, get the enjoyment out of it and kind of talking to your friends, enjoy yourself for the rest of the fights. That's why. So I focus first, and then once the business is done, then you enjoy yourself.
Yeah. When you were growing up, did you have like a favourite fighter who you sort of aspired to?
Not specifically, really. There's no one there that I kind of wanted to follow, but you had big names such as Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people kind of inspire him, just not as a athlete, but as
person,
a person
what he did,
himself, the way what he did. So he was there, I guess, and then, yeah.
Nice one. When you retire, a long way off yet, how do you want to be remembered in the fight game?
In the fight game, of course, as any fighter, you want to be remembered as being a good fighter. And for me, the first of all would be to be remembered as a good person,
Mm-hmm.
as genuine in life, and then second, be remembered as a good fighter, of course.
So being a role model, that's quite important to you.
That'd be the most important for me, especially as a fighter. You'll have a lot of, teenagers, kids look up to you or do whatever you do.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, because when I was growing up, I was looking at what my brother was doing. So he guided me towards being focused on my studies, training hard, all that. So I want the same thing to be with the younger guys, So they'll have the goal there, okay, to follow the steps.
Would you be interested in going into coaching then? You sound like you enjoy helping others, passing on knowledge. Or?
Yeah, I do quite a bit of classes with kids and so on, but at the moment I want to concentrate on my training first. So I reach my goals first, and then once I reach those achievements, then I can concentrate on coaching fully.
What do you want to achieve in 2016? Do you have any venues you want to go to? Any particular shows you want to fight on?
There is no specific shows I'd like to fight on, but I've missed out on a few years of fighting because I was into my studies now. I'm finished now, so I'll be definitely going now for those.
Were you in college?
Or? Yeah, I finished my studies in
what
engineering.
Were you studying?
Mechatronic engineering, yeah.
So it's a good backup to have.
So yeah. It's backup, but I mean now I just want to get those titles now. So anyway, that's what I have my eyes on.
Well, thanks very much for the interview. If you want to give a shout out to anyone, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely all my teammates, especially everyone in Bridgestone. Thanks for helping out. Putting me through hell all those few weeks now. switching, clinching, all that bag work, sparring. Thanks for everyone who's dedicated to take all those punches to the head. And thanks to all the lads in Austria as well. Respect MMA, of course, all the good sparring we've done before that.
Thanks very much. Best of luck for your fight.
Cheers.